This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. I'm recording this video in the second week of April 2023, and news reached us recently of the sad passing of this chap, Mr. Ian Bairnson, Scottish musician and guitar player. And if the name isn't too familiar to you, then I promise you will be familiar with his wonderful guitar work. If you've ever listened to Kate Bush's Wuthering Heights and, on the fade, cranked up that guitar solo that comes in at the end, then that was Ian. He was also a founder member, I believe, of a fantastic 70s kind of pop rock band called Pilot, whose big hits included January and probably the biggest hit, Magic. But the main thing Ian was known for was as the lead guitar player in the Alan Parsons project, and that is where we're focusing our attention today. Coming up next is my take on a fantastic solo of Ian's from the Alan Parsons project song I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You. It sounds like this. So that gives you an idea of what the solo sounds like, and here's a bit of an explanation about what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, so starting as always with the chords that we're playing over. Basically, we're in the key of C minor here, although we don't start on a C minor chord. We start on the 4 chord in that key, which is an F minor 7. And we do 2 bars of that and then 2 bars of C minor 7. So the first 4 bars go like this. Then we do pretty much the same thing again, the only difference being that that final bar of C minor 7 is substituted with a B flat chord with a C bass note. So it's actually kind of, you could say it's acting as a C11, but it's just kind of coming across basically a B flat chord with a C bass note. So that's going to go. Then we go down to an A flat chord from that B flat like that, but we still keep the C in the bass. So the easiest way to play that is there's a C note there. And if you think of that as an A chord, we'll move it down 1 fret, it's an A flat. So A flat over C. Like that into a B flat 7. Then back to C minor 7 again. So basically that last part of it, we're coming from the B flat over C. And then stops dead on that C minor 7 there. So you would expect that the scale that we're going to be using here, because we've got an overall sort of feel of C minor and we're in the key of C minor, probably expect that the scale to use would be C minor pentatonic, and you would be right. Much of the action in this solo takes place in this little kind of C minor pentatonic linear run. I call it the 2+3 run because you've got 2 notes on the 6th string, then 3 notes on the 5th, then 2 notes on the 4th string, then 3 notes on the 3rd, then 2 notes on the 2nd string, and then 3 notes on the top E string. So basically this run, which I'm sure you're more than familiar with. Like that. And we kind of play basically most of the solo in the kind of middle to upper part of that, starting with this lick here. like that. So basically what you're getting is just this syncopated kind of lick that's only got 2 notes in it. It's so effective though, this F note and the C flat note. And then, as you can see, just kind of going up into this top end of it here. You could also think of that as being the top end of position 2 of the C minor pentatonic. Then, after all of that, let's run all that together. We come to this part here where we get the first non-pentatonic note in the solo. It crops up a few times in various places. It's a D note, and we're basically there's the notes in C minor pentatonic on this string. The C note and the E flat, and we kind of get the D note in, and we're using it as basically a way to bend up to and from the E flat note. So we've got, so after the that part, there we go. Then just basically a little bluesy kind of lick to bring us back to the head of the melody again. So we get, what was it? After that bend. There we go. And then we're back into the... Possibly, I would say that was worked out in advance rather than improvised. Oh, I suppose it's not beyond the realm of possibility that you could improvise something like that and then go back to that kind of main hook that you've established again. Then we do this thing again. The only difference being this time we don't bend this note. This note here is a B flat. And if you bend it, it takes it up to a C, which is fine when we were kind of hitting the C minor 7 chord earlier when we played that. But now we're playing to that sort of B flat chord over a C bass note. So he just kind of leaves it unbent on the B flat note. So then that kind of motif there, that hook of da 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 da, he repeats that coming down like this. And one more time, like that. Very, very effective technique to take the basic rhythmic element of a lick and populate that rhythm with different notes. So, and then we're into the final part of the solo now, where we go basic like this, if I can remember it. Like that, and it just, as you can see, it's just a little minor pentatonic kind of slightly funky syncopated thing that walks us down to this note here. That's it. Super, super effective solo. Very simple, very accessible to play. Great use of rhythmic motifs, hooks, if you want to call them that. Kind of basically restating the same rhythm, sometimes with the same notes, sometimes with different notes to just give the solo a sense of continuity. If you give the listener something familiar like that, but just with a slight variation, as in, and then later, and then, and so on. Like that, all of those kind of things which have a similarity but not exactly the same. It makes the solo sound instantly familiar and memorable to the listener. So, now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and that explanation you've just seen there, and a jam track to play along with for yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, as ever, in the description. As I'm sure you know by now, $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies and resources that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked in the description. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll never miss another one of these videos. Why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars and many, many other things. A great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Rest in peace, Ian, and thanks for the music. Bye for now.